Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about working with the exhalation to produce a feeling of groundedness and calmness in the body. This is connected to our work with the element of the earth, connecting to the physical body through the exhalation. So if you're somebody who is constantly going, moving very quickly, or maybe you're someone who feels like they need a good quality workout to bring the mind into a state of calmness and relaxation, don't worry, you're not alone. When I first started practicing yoga, I was really about the asanas and the physical training. And what I learned over time, this is now 11 years later, that the quality of our practice is really dependent on the quality of our breath and the depth of our breath. And by pursuing quality of breath and depth of breath over the idea of a stretch or depth in a posture, we actually start to build the posture from the inside out. And this is how asana is developed, when we tune into that subtle energy of the posture and start to pay attention to how the energy is circulating. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the exhalation and the emphasis on the exhalation. With Bhuta Yoga, since Bhuta means element, we're working with the elements. And in this type of practice, we're working with the element of the earth. The earth represents stability, groundedness. Connecting to the earth really creates a sense of belonging and connection between ourselves and our physical body, and then our physical body and our environment. If you've ever felt like kind of disconnected from your body, then this practice will be really helpful to restore that balance. It's actually very simple, and this way of looking at the breath can be integrated into all of the asanas that we do, the vinyasas, and I really encourage the exploration of this in the coming days and weeks of your practice. So how do we do it? Well, the emphasis on the exhalation, what we're looking to do over time is build to a point in our practice that our exhalation is twice as long as our inhale. And we do that in a couple ways. I actually have a timer on my phone. I use the Insight Timer app, and I set a timer to click every 8 seconds. And that's just my breath rhythm. I'll show you what I mean. And you'll see this in some of the videos and the practices that we do with Bhuta Yoga. So you can check out the channel for practices and how we use this. In fact, I just uploaded a video there's the click. I just uploaded a video on how to do this. And if you want to put it into practice, then click this link here and practice with me. But for this video, I want to cover the details of how to do this. So like I was saying, I use this app, the Insight Timer app. And if I press play, it's counting down. It's an 8-second timer, and you're going to hear it click. Ready? So there's the click, and it's going to, every 8 seconds, you'll hear another click, right? And what we're doing initially is finding our rhythm of the breath. So I'm going to inhale for 8. And I'm going to exhale for 8. I'm going to inhale for 8. I'm going to exhale for 8. And so that's an 8-second click. And I'm going to keep going until that gets comfortable. Inhaling. And exhaling. That was a little fast, but you get the point. Over time, and it's totally fine if you're not on that 8-second timer. Maybe you have a 6-second inhale or a 5-second inhale. Wherever you're at is totally fine, but the idea is over time, we slow the exhale down. But we have to start by syncing the inhale and the exhale and making them equal in duration. This is known as samavritti pranayama. The inhale and the exhale are sama, same, vritti, fluctuation. Once that's established, once I have an equal ratio inhale to exhale, then I can start to lengthen the exhale. And over time, with practice, the exhale gets longer and longer, and eventually you get to the one 1:2 ratio. Inhale for a duration of 1, and then exhale for a duration of 2, right? Those are arbitrary numbers. The ratio is 1:2. So if it's a 6-second inhale, then it's a 12-second exhale. If it's a 5-second inhale, it's a 10-second exhale. I'll build to this over time, and eventually all of my practice, my whole series of asanas or vinyasas or whatever I'm doing for the day has that 1:2 ratio in it. And if I'm practicing for, say, 20 minutes of asana, in that breath ratio, 1:2, what I'm doing is I'm diving deeper into my parasympathetic nervous system, the part of my nervous system that's responsible for rest and digest. You may have heard this. And this turns down the sympathetic activity of the nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is the part of our nervous system that activates in order for us to get stuff done. Well, the problem is a lot of times people are totally activated and never turn off the sympathetic nervous system. This creates all manner of hormonal imbalances, elevated cortisol for too long, When we're working with this practice, the invitation is to just emphasize a longer exhale and try to do that consistently through the duration of the practice, building that over time, because tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system state in our practice helps us calm and ground and slow down and feel really good by the end of our practice. This will help us transition into meditation. It also helps us transition into whatever's next in our life from a state of feeling grounded and calm and present in our body. So that's the trick for today. Keep it very brief. And again, if you want to practice with me, be sure to check out this video here. Other than that, I wish you all very well in your practices in the coming days and weeks. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all.